Hey guys, we're back. We're doing a little bit of work on the truck today. Gonna work on getting the throttle pedal installed into the cab, get the hole cut in the floor, get it all cable ran and everything. Let me show you what we got going on here. A low car billet aluminum foot pedal for the throttle. Downfall of this is the way I've got to mount it is it's got to be mounted pretty low in the floor. You kind of see where I've got my mark laid out on the floor. The cable has got to go downward when I hit the throttle pedal. So you got to get creative with this. I got to build a bracket for the firewall for the cable to go onto and see how it works out. So I'm gonna hand the camera over and have some filming done for me today. So see how this goes. All right, we got the hole cut. We're gonna drill some holes and see if this thing will mount up in the floor. All right, so we got the throttle pedal installed. Looks like my cable's a little on the short side, so I'm gonna have to reorder a new throttle cable, unfortunately. But here's what it's gonna look like. Right in the floor right there. Give me enough throw. Right there coming to the floor. I'll have better looking bolts on it, of course, but the cable will hook right to it. Build a bracket coming off the cab right there. I won't build that till I get my new cable top of the motor into the throttle body. So there's the throttle pedal. We'll move on to the next part on the list for now until I can get a new cable going. So we'll get onto the list and find out what else we can do. All right, so the next thing on my list is welding up some of these seams. So we don't have any seam sealers showing under the paint. Since all this is going to be exposed, we don't want to have anything showing that's right here really underneath this cowl. So I put the shaved cowl on there, but we just spot welded the cowl down along the top of this lower cowling right here. So we're going to weld that seam up all the way across there, get it ground pretty. Then we got a seam right up underneath the edge of the cowl right here. We're going to take care of those and get them ground smooth. All right, so I got a little carried away welding up some of the stuff around the windshield on the inside of the cab. Take a look here. So welded those seams up right there and right there on both sides. Just so it looks a little cleaner when you're on the inside here. We'll throw a little bit of body filler over those welds and you'll never even know they were there. I'm going to leave this line around the back of the cab. I'm kind of partial to having that seam there. So it's going to look pretty good in here. Nice and clean looking. No glove box. Glove box is going to be welded up, or is welded up I should say. So there won't be any glove box access. It'll just be smooth all over it. One thing I didn't point out in the first video is we're doing flush mount windows in this. I don't know if you can see that little lip right here. It goes all the way around the windshield. I've extended it down the windshield in this thing all the way around. We're gonna do the same on the back window. Just make it kind of more of a unique look on this thing, even though it's already unique enough, but just more stuff to add to it and more people to notice on their own what's been done. So there's the back window all the way around. Now this lip is extended roughly about an inch wider than what the factory lip was to go around the window, so that it'll allow room for the urethane when we glue these windows in. And then there will be a little bit of a rubber trim strip on the outside of the window just so it looks flush. But other than that, it's gonna look real spick and span. Obviously they are suicide. Then the doors, I'm gonna leave the handles back here. There'll be a push button behind the handles so that when you push the actual door latch button, it will unlatch the door poppers, just to kind of throw people off. Have the handle looking like it's all original and everything. So just be different. You know, everybody's got too much of the same stuff, so that's why I decided to build this one. Just be different than everybody else's stuff. It's kind of the way I roll. I don't like having the same exact thing you see at every other car show. You know, this one gives an opportunity for people to actually look at everything and all the details and everything that are going to go into it. Just more stuff, more people look at it, more people are going to notice everything that's been done. So it's going to be real awesome. So move on to the next one. All right, so here's what we got done. Camera died, so we had to quit filming for a little while last night. So starting out another day today. Got the welds all ground on the bottom side of the cab on the windshield lip. So yeah, let's take a look at it. There's the cowl welded in, and I decided to contour this weld along here to match the shape of the windshield frame. So it has the same squared off edge. Got that all welded up underneath there and ground down. That way we don't have to worry about seam sealing that. We can just do a little bit of body filler over it and you'll never see it. So hopefully it turns out real well. So I'm not real happy with the throttle pedal the way it's turning out, so I think I'm going to scrap that part of it. We're going to do a different setup in there. One, I don't care for how the cable routes down in front of the firewall, so we're going to put a different style pedal in there. We'll get that ordered up. So we're going to pull the old pedal out and we're going to weld the hole back in. That's how it goes sometimes, unfortunately. So all right, we built this little filler piece that's going to go in the floor where that other pedal was sitting. Get this straightened out. So, build a little plug to put in the floor. Gonna get it trimmed in to get it fit in the floor and weld it in. All right, so we got the floor welded in. Let that cool off for a few minutes and we'll grind it smooth. So, let you guys kind of see what we got going on. Right there's what we welded in. Little square hole with the mounting holes, just plug welded those up. So, we'll grind it smooth and you'll never even know it was there. So, there's that fix for now. We'll have plenty more fixes, I'm pretty dang sure on that. So, usually do it twice, like it once kind of situation on most of this. Sometimes it might even get done 3 or 4 times before you get the right outcome. Sometimes you're happy with it one time and you go to sleep at night, you think about it, and the more you think about it, the more you don't like it. So that's why we're changing this pedal out. I didn't really care for how it looked. I don't care for having the cable string down the firewall. So that way we can get some matching pedals and everything in here, make it look better than just scab together. So even though that's how most of this project is, just scab together. At least that's how I feel. So it'll be nice. We're working on it. Just a lot of cutting and welding and re-welding a lot of things. So we'll get after it some more. All right, so I had mounts built for my vintage air box, but I don't like how they sit on the firewall, kind of give my firewall some flex. So we're gonna build some new mounts, try and get this thing mounted up under the dash a little bit better than the way I had it. Like I said before, do it once, not happy with it, you're gonna do it 2 or 3 times more likely. Just one of those things, just wasn't happy with. I did this vintage air box probably about a year ago on this cab, and it's taken me this long to realize that I didn't like it. So I know it's just little stupid piddly stuff, but you know what, it's gonna be fixed right. So we'll get going on that. All right, so we come up with a good solution to mount this box. We're gonna do some changes on it. We're gonna put a band right across here where it folds underneath the box. And we're gonna build a bracket that goes up underneath the dash on top of that channel right there to have it rest on. So that'll be the lower mount, and then there's a mount that bolts in right up under here underneath the glove box ledge. So that's how we're going to mount it. I'm going to get to building the brackets, and then I'll show you what we've got done after it's ready. All right, let's show everybody what we got going on with this vintage air box. Kind of modified my bracket on the back of the box a little bit. Right there, got some little slider ears that I can put in it. I bent that ear over. Right there, it's a little set right on that bracket, and I welded some nuts in behind there. I don't know how well you can see that. So it'll bolt downward into it, and then I got those 2 elevator bolts welded right to the firewall. So it holds in there a lot stronger than what it used to. It doesn't bounce around. happy with it. So I think it turned out pretty well. Hopefully I don't get any rattles out of this damn thing when get cruising down the interstate. So I think that's it for now. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.